Hey there, Chris Jones here, co-founder of the iPAS 2 business system. Well, I want to come to you today and tell you about a very important announcement. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I like to be in front of the camera quite a bit. I like to give you guys updates and give you sneak peeks at things that we're always releasing. Well, over the last few months, I've been quite quiet. In fact, our whole team has been very quiet because there's been some things we've been working on that we didn't want to announce. And part of the reason is iPAS is doing so well that we didn't want to distract you. And quite frankly, we didn't want our competition to know what we're doing either. So with that, the success of iPAS has been outstanding. We launched this thing back in September 8th, 2014, and it has been a huge success. And a lot of you watching this right now have your lives completely transformed because of iPAS. And so we're very grateful. We realize the responsibility on us to be able to produce for you. And I know some of you that have never made money in anything before are seeing results for the first time. So that responsibility is big and it is heavy on us. And so over the last several months, we've been working on some things that we want to release to you now that is going to completely change the game for you. Now, I say that carefully because when we first launched iPAS, we knew what we wanted to do. We knew where we wanted to go, what kinds of things that we wanted to bring to the marketplace, and the new standard that we wanted to set. Now, unfortunately, when you do things like that, you never know how consumers are going to react. You don't know how your consumers are going to either like or not like what you're doing, how your videos will perform, how your funnels will perform, what kind of traffic reacts to certain things. And it is our job as a company, as a systems provider for you to figure that out. That's the whole point of iPAS 2, right? Is to create an automated system so you don't have to test, so you don't have to do all the things that we do behind the scenes. Because quite frankly, it's a lot of work and it costs a lot of money. So over the last 6 months, while you guys are having great results with iPAS 2, I said to my development team, in fact, right when we launched, I said, hey, while everybody's using this, we have 6 months to do X, Y, and Z. And I can't tell you what that is yet. And they said to me, Chris, that's impossible. Nobody's ever done that before. And I said, well, we got 6 months to figure this out. So let's figure it out. And so over the last 6 months, we've been up and down and we've tried to figure this out, and sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. Well, I'm pleased to announce to you that we have a new release coming to you this month with all new features, all new benefits, all new streamlined automation, and about 10 times the earning potential with the new release here with iPAS 2. Now, so I sat down in the room with my partners. We said, what are we going to call this thing, right? We don't want to call it a new launch because we already launched iPAS last year. We don't want to call it a relaunch. And quite frankly, I'm just tired of that word launch. It just kind of has this weird stigma to it now. So we sat down and said, well, what is it going to do for people? What is this thing going to do for you? We said, well, it's just going to supercharge their existing business. It's going to make things easier. It's going to make things come in faster, allow your customers to have a better experience, make money quicker, right? So we said, well, it's kind of like supercharging your business. So we said, well, let's just call it that. It's in fact going to be your iPAS Supercharge. And I know as corny and cheesy as that may sound, it is exactly that. And so here this month, because we're starting in March, we're springing into spring now, and the best part is you're going to have all new stuff coming into your business. Now don't worry, you don't have to learn anything new. We've just simplified a lot of processes for you. We've created all new presentations for your customers to make it a lot easier for them to not only buy the products, but it's going to give you an opportunity to increase your income with doing no more work. So we're adding more income opportunities for you. We're allowing those of you that are in at maybe some of the lower levels to have some great benefits and features even there, but giving some of you even bigger incentives to be at our Black Card level and so forth. So we're doing some great enhancements here that we're going to release to you, new websites, new videos. Our Hollywood production team has just finished up all the video content for you and it's outstanding. I am exhausted from doing videos, but I will tell you guys are going to love what you see. So here this month, in fact, starting on the 11th of March is when we're going to be holding a member-only webinar. And this webinar is where we're going to walk you through what these releases are. What are all these enhancements that you're going to get? What are they going to do for you? And more importantly, what do you got to do? So after that webinar, we're going to give you about a week's time to promote the public release. And so what that means is we're going to create a sales webinar or a presentation webinar for the whole public, everybody out there that either knows about iPAS or maybe doesn't know about iPAS, and we'll be holding that on the 18th of March. And that is officially when the new release or the supercharged version of iPAS is coming out. So between now and then, you're going to see a lot of promotional materials come out. You're going to see some really cool video footage coming out, some teaser stuff. But next week, the 11th of March, you're going to be able to attend, if you're a member of iPAS currently, which you should be if you're watching this, you're going to be able to attend a members-only webinar and get positioned and get yourself in a position to really understand what this is. We're going to show you how it works. We're going to give you a sneak peek at some of the features and how you can get them. Some of you will automatically be just grandfathered in. Some of you will have to upgrade, or some of you will have to just go ahead and position yourself. And then after that presentation, the following week, we're going to give you a full week to promote the other webinar, which is the public release webinar, which everybody in the world will be able to learn about this thing, okay? The cool thing is this. We put in some new income opportunities that for those of you that already have teams, for those of you that already have leads, who already are doing the business today without doing anything extra, you're going to be able to see your income grow automatically just from this release. It is a big, big deal. So we're really excited about that. We're excited to give you more earning power, more leverage, more tools, okay? Better presentations. And here's something I'm really passionate about, is when we launched this thing, okay, we tried to teach a lot of concepts. We want to teach people a lot of different ideas, how iPAS works and how sales funnels work and so forth. And during that process, sometimes people get a little overwhelmed. They have to watch maybe a few hours of videos, and before they even get through them, they're just kind of a little overwhelmed. And we realize that. So we cut down on the initial process. So when somebody comes into iPAS for the very first time, it's in a matter of minutes. They get their business set up, they get plugged in, and it gives you a chance to make even more money at that point in your business. And then we put them through a process where they actually learn about the other products within iPAS. So we've done some really cool things. The bottom line is we've simplified everything. So I'm really excited about this. We're going to be releasing this to you next week. So next week you'll be in a webinar for members only. We'll be able to see everything, learn how it works, position yourself. And then on the 18th of March is when the whole thing goes live for everybody, all right? So this is the firm date for you all. I know you guys want dates, so I'm giving it to you now, all right? March 11th is the members only webinar. March 18th is the official going live, supercharging your business launch, where everything that we're gonna show you is going to be in your hands, all right? So again, the cool thing is you guys don't have to learn anything new. We just made everything easier for you, put more money in your pocket, and really enhance the look, the feel of everything. So if you like what you see now and you're really excited about it, wait until you see what we have coming soon. All right, so that's all I have. So with that, I'm going to put a little clip at the end of this that I think you might enjoy. With that being said, make sure you check out some of the promotional materials coming out this week and next week. Get on that webinar. I think you'll be able to register for that here coming soon. And then as soon as you do get on that webinar, you'll learn everything, be able to position yourself, and then get ready for that public release for this supercharged version of iPAS 2. So with that, this is Chris. Can't wait to see you guys on the webinar, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Are you ready?